Hi everyone, it's Daryl. Welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you today about something that is really very close to my heart. Many of you know I am on mounjaro, a GLP1, and it's given me my life back. I have renewed health, renewed hope, renewed vitality. My mental and physical health has greatly improved. There is lately a lot of chatter out there in the news. There was a Biggest Loser documentary that was just performed and put on Netflix that implies a tremendous amount of shame and questions the use of GLP-1 medications. The documentary and many of the other things that are out there in the news have contributed to an uncomfortableness, for lack of a better word, that I'm feeling. Many people say that a GLP-1 medication or weight loss surgery is a magic pill, a quick fix, the easy way out, cheating. Wow. And they say, just eat less, move more. If it were that simple, you guys, don't you think I would have done that? It's not that. GLP-1s are a proven medical intervention, and it's a real tool that helps me fight back. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm reclaiming my health again. I'm reclaiming, after almost 70 pounds down, I'm only halfway there. I have never felt so much hope before. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that today. If you've ever felt judged or shamed or discouraged for using a GLP-1 or even for considering using it, this video is for you. My experience is not medical. It's not based on anything other than my experience, my opinions, and if medication makes it easier to live a longer and healthier life, I'll take it. So let's talk a little bit about this. I'm going to be using some notes because I don't want to miss the important points that I think are so vital to this discussion. 40% of adults in our country or more are considered overweight or obese. It's an epidemic. I know you guys have heard that before. Obesity isn't just about willpower though. It's a real medical condition, just like high blood pressure, just like diabetes, and the GLP-1s work in my body to help regulate not only those medical issues that might be going on in my body with obesity, but it also attacks the food cravings and some of the food noise that I might be experiencing. It is certainly not the easy way out. I tell you, I have, for the first time in my life, really attacked all of the areas that are lifestyle changes that must accompany these drugs, or else it will not work in the long run, especially when you have a lot of weight to lose, as I do. So I've changed things like my sleep habits. I used to be very sleep deprived. My sleep habits are greatly improved. I have attacked nutrition with a vengeance. I make sure every day that my protein levels are nice and high. My doctor and a nutritionist that I'm working with, a dietitian that I'm working with, have suggested about 100 to 140 grams of protein a day for me at my age and my height and weight right now. So I'm following those guidelines, and that's a challenge to get all of that in. Guys, I'm moving my body for the first time in my life. I have never been active before, and now I'm running in the water a couple of times a week. Obesity is a medical disease. It is not a character flaw. It doesn't make me a worse person because I'm obese. It doesn't make me a lazy person. It's not a character flaw. Like hypertension or diabetes, obesity requires medical treatment. I see my doctor for this. He's the one who recommended that I go on a GLP-1. In fact, he recommended it almost 2 years ago. And I fought it because I was afraid. I didn't have enough information. Well, I read and watched everything I could possibly get my hands on before I made this decision. So it was not made lightly. A lot of people say, you know, if you have high blood pressure, oh, just relax. Stop stressing out. It'll take care of itself. No. Sometimes we need medication or medical intervention to help that. Yes, those things would help, but they may not take care of the problem. GLP-1 medications address obesity in the same way. They target the biological mechanisms that contribute to being overweight. They treat the root causes. The thing that made me heavy was emotional eating, lack of sleep, lack of movement, a very hypersensitive reaction to food. I used food as a coping mechanism. These medications mimic a naturally occurring a gut hormone that we have in our bodies. GLP-1s are in our bodies. It's just that many people like myself have irregular blood sugar. We have an irregular appetite. Our satiation levels are not the same as a normal everyday person. These medications also reduce food noise, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. It's the constant intrusive thoughts about food. The medication also helps curb my cravings, and it helps me feel satisfied with much less food. Tonight I had chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato, half what I normally would be eating, and I am full to the brim at this point. So it really directly attacks those areas that are deficient in my present situation. They're clinically proven. Guys, they have been tested for years. We think this is all a brand new thing. It's not. It's not. You need to work under medical supervision. It's extremely important. Work with your doctor or a telehealth company. There have been peer-reviewed large clinical trials about these medications, and they lead to substantial and sustainable weight loss. Often 15% or more of our total body weight can be lost. I have already lost close to 40% of my body weight, and that is stellar. I have not been able to do that consistently for years and years and years. Beyond weight reduction, they also lower risk for type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, fatty liver disease, and other obesity-related conditions. I had all of those. I had a fatty liver. My blood pressure was off the charts and could not be controlled by medication. And although it's my experience that it's helped those things, it doesn't help everybody. I will give that as a medical disclaimer here, but the point is, for many folks, it really does intervene in that way. It empowers us to make lifestyle changes other than just replacing something in our lives. Critics often call these methods and these medications the easy way out. It is far from it. In reality, there's nothing easy about obesity treatment. GLP-1s create the biological conditions that finally allow those lifestyle changes. I look at it as though a door has been opened and I can now walk through it with peace. These medications have given me emotional peace as well. Denying treatment, denying these medications, or making someone feel bad about using them is causing a stigma, it's causing harm, and I beg you guys to think about this as a help. It is something that is helping multitudes of people in our country and all over the world. There are so many health benefits. Significant weight loss. I've lost 68 pounds as of today. Improved blood sugar control. My A1C was off the charts. It is now under what the max should be. It helps reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. It gives you heart protection. It gives you better blood pressure and cholesterol. Maybe you still might need medications to help you with those things. But I know for me, my personal experience is that has been cut in half. I take much less of my statins, and my doctor has decreased my medication twice for blood pressure. My hope is to eventually be off of it or be on a very small dose. As I mentioned before, liver health is affected by this as well. Fatty liver, it was as though, my liver was not even working, and now I'm at completely normal levels. Again, my disclaimer here is that this doesn't work for everybody with all of those things, but you will notice some definite health improvements. Those are just some examples. There are also some daily life benefits to this. Reduced food noise. That's basically quieting the constant mental chatter that food and eating causes in a dysfunctional brain. I consider my brain to be dysfunctional around food. I used to be controlled by cravings. Now, with the help of these medications, my cravings are under control. For 1.5 years, I have not binged. Now, that is saying something, because binge eating was something that I did on a daily basis, most of the time in secret. And I will be doing another video about secret eating, because that is a big problem for a lot of overweight people. Better energy. I sleep better. I'm able to move my body in a whole different way. Mobility and comfort. Losing this weight and getting all my numbers under control are only helping my new knee joints and my brand new hip joint that had to be replaced due to obesity and lack of mobility pretty much for most of my life. Everyday things like walking, climbing stairs, fitting into airplane seats, fitting into chairs, bending over, putting my shoes on, tying my shoes. All of those things have been made easier and makes me feel like a normal person. Food noise, guys, is real. Food noise, I wrote this down because I thought this was really an easy way to explain what that is if you don't have an idea of what food noise is. Food noise is the constant, intrusive chatter in your brain about eating. Thoughts like, what's in the fridge? When am I going to eat next? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. What am I going to have for breakfast? What am I going to have for lunch? What am I going to have for dinner? Am I going to binge today, or am I going to diet today? Am I going to restrict my food, or am I going to go all out and have whatever I want? Did I eat too much today? Do I need a snack? Maybe I need a snack. Oh, what's that going to be? Is it going to be chips or ice cream or chocolate or what? It could make you absolutely nuts. And it did. It's not normal hunger, guys. I want you to realize that is not a normal feeling. My husband has a normal relationship with food. He eats when he's hungry and he stops when he's full. I can see him eat 2 cookies and stop. The old Daryl, it was a sleeve or more. So it's an overwhelming preoccupation with food that can make it hard to focus, to relax, or feel in control. It was a debilitating feeling. Many people living with obesity experience food noise because their body's hunger and satiety signals are dysregulated. It's a dysregulation of those signals that are normally there. It's like having, this is a way to explain it. It's like having a radio on, stuck on a very annoying song, and you can't shut it off unless you're sleeping. And even when I'm sleeping, I used to dream about food. So that radio is stuck in that annoying place, and it's blasting thoughts about food. GLP-1 medications help quiet that noise by working with a gut-brain connection. So food stops dominating your thoughts, and you can finally eat when you're hungry, and you can listen to when you're full. Do you know how great that feels to be able to stop when I'm full? It turns that volume down. There are emotional and social benefits to this as well. I feel free. For the first time in over 50 years of battling this problem, I feel free from obsession with food. The reason I'm emotional about this is because I can't believe it's happening. There are times I pinch myself and I say, "Who are you, Daryl?" And I say, "You're really you. You have finally come to understand what this relationship is, and this medication has helped me do that. It's improved my confidence and my self-esteem. It's helping me to wear different clothes again. It's helping me feel better about myself. People have said I seem happier. It's given me greater hope and motivation." For many people, making the decision to start a GLP-1 medication makes us finally feel that this battle is going to be conquered. It won't be cured, but it can be helped to a point where I no longer feel like I won't get there. I know in my heart that I will be at my goal. I don't know when. This is a slow road, but that's because I am eating the way I am going to maintain my weight, just less calories. I'm denying myself nothing, but I'm not binge eating, and that food noise has been shut off so I can shut off. I also have to tell you that this takes a village. About a year ago, or a year and a half ago, just before I started the medication, I hired a therapist. She is helping me deal with the new body that I have. She's helping me embrace physical exercise by talking to me about the benefits of that. And she's also helping me wrap my head around the many changes that are taking place, not only in myself physically, but emotionally and mentally and relationship-wise as well. I've also hired a free dietitian who is helping me immensely through a company called Nourish. And I cannot sing their praises higher than I am right now, because they are helping me tremendously. I also have a health coach that I work with who inspires me all the time. And I'm grateful to all of these women in my life. They have really made a difference. Of course, my family and friends are there cheering me on, and boy, oh boy, do I need this community. So it's really been a lifesaver, and I feel like I am saving my life. In short, GLP-1 medications treat obesity as the chronic medical condition that it is, helping people lose weight, helping me lose weight, helping me improve my health, gain control over eating again, and enjoy a better quality of life. If you are considering being on a GLP-1 or getting any type of medical intervention to help you with this, I highly encourage you, if you're on a GLP-1 or even just considering it, please know this: you are not alone, you are not weak, you are not taking the easy road. You are not needing to owe anyone an explanation. These medical conditions are real. These medications are changing lives, including mine, and they're helping many of my friends as well. It's giving people the chance to finally quiet that food noise, lose weight, improve their health in ways that diets alone couldn't. So instead of tearing each other down, let's lift each other up. Let's be kind. Let's be tolerant. And if you have nothing great to say, like my mother used to say, if you have nothing great to say or kind to say to somebody, close your mouth. It's not necessary. If somebody is saving their life, why would you try and talk them out of it? Let's choose to support each other, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to live longer, healthier lives and happier lives. And guys, there's no shame in getting help to do that. There's no shame in embracing a medical intervention that might open doors for you and help you live a better life. If this is something that speaks to you, I encourage you to comment down below. I welcome all comments. I welcome kindness, and I welcome all of your thoughts. I'd love you to thumbs up this video. It'll help me get this out to many more people. And if you'd like, please subscribe. Consider joining me on this journey, even if it's just to cheer me on. I need you guys. I really need this community. It's what keeps me going sometimes. Having the cheerleaders on the sidelines, helping me keep my running going, helping me keep my lifestyle habits in tow is what really makes this work. So let's continue to live happy lives. Let's continue to be tolerant of other people, and let's not shame anyone anymore. I wish for you all a beautiful day.